Hi, Anti-Society! Welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. And today we are checking out episode 9 of Summertime Rendering. And the last episode was kind of a tonal shift. I feel like we were focusing a lot more on like the comedy and like the circumstantial humor of us having this shadow Ushio just like in her house with family members and trying to navigate that. But we did end off on one of the most cruel cliffhangers with Shadow Ushio unlocking the real Ushio's phone and playing a video that was there, and then it cut to credits. How dare they? I'm like offended by the fact that they would do that to me, and I didn't even have to wait that long afterwards, but still. We need to find out what this video is. I am super curious what Ushio was doing, how much she knew about the shadows, why she felt it was important to record something. I'm not gonna remember names, oh my gosh. Okay, I have a cold currently, so my brain is even worse at doing things than normal. Hang on. Ushio called her and was like, please come to the island, there's weird things happening. So she did. This will probably be fine. If I sound a little bit rough and I'm not entirely coherently here, it's just the cold affecting my brain. But I also need to know what this video is, so here we are. So let's get into this episode and hopefully I find my brain somewhere along the way. In 3, 2, 1, go. It's not just scenery. It can't be. Oh, okay, so we're specifically making this video for someone. Who's with you? Is it the Shadow Ushio? Is it both of them? Interesting. So it couldn't have been the shadow that attacked her. How are they both you? Ooh, interesting. So not only did Ushio know about the shadows, but she was talking to her shadow. Hmm. I wonder how they were working together. And then which shadow attacked the real Ushio, though, then, if it wasn't hers? Because that was the sighting that Mio had at the beach. Even with, like, that outfit. Which I'm assuming is from, like, when the shadow copied Ushio. Hmm. So how long has the shadow Ushio been the way that she is? I also have to clear my throat. Hang on. It's probably fine. There has to be something that happened with this particular shadow for them to be the way that they are. We're getting a flashback. It's weird to see her as like a kid because I'm used to the shadow that was like mute and serious and then extremely creepy. There's the copy. Yeah, sure, just run after the shadow thing. Why do people keep doing that? And what's with the water and like escaping into the water? Oh, poor their family though. Oh yeah, they've had a fight. Well, this is awkward. Oh, I love that detail of like stepping on the shadow was what messed her up. I mean, we know that the what is a shadow though, if stepping under shadow causes that kind of reaction. But she doesn't see herself that way, which is interesting. Well, that's not ominous. Ugh, no, there's two of them encouraging each other. Why don't they work there anymore? I mean, I guess because it seems kind of isolated. Are the shadows connected to this? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that'll be in my nightmares. Ugh, that will not work. Good job. That's how we're figuring things out by trial and error. Ah, oh. Ooh, we know that we have power now, though. All the tears, though, of like realizing it, but there's also probably some trauma when you see like the thing that scares you in front of you being also you. Oh, it's sweet that she's like excited about it though. Oh, for a second I thought there was another shadow. I think it says a lot about her that she's immediately thinking about um Shiori and not about herself in this instance. Oh, uh, oh, this is gonna be intense, isn't it? Important, but I mean intense for her friends to see what happens. The ominous piano in the back, too. It's a memory, though. I don't really understand the mechanics of this, of how we're like literally interacting with a memory, but okay. I can suspend my disbelief. There are lots of weird things happening in this. Cute. Makes it sadder what's gonna happen. Fair enough, though. Oh, she wants to protect them too. If there's a shadow. Ooh, trippy. It's definitely terrifying. Ugh. It's like all the arms are freaky too. It was like, didn't she end up dying in some capacity though? Because we know that the shadow copied her. How are we talking underwater? Oh. No, that's gonna live in my nightmares. I was ready for a jump scare. Is that why her, like, data was all corrupted then, maybe? Why she didn't remember? She was different to begin with, though. Uh, it's even said that they didn't save Shiori. Like all of that, and they didn't save her. It also explains why she knew about when everything was happening if she literally had a shadow on her side. About that. Oh. Uh, I thought we couldn't interact with the memory. Is it because it's a shadow? We're gonna end on that, aren't we? But what happened? What did they do to Shinpei? You went to reach for his eye, though. Is it because he has the two-tone eyes? And it has something to do with his jumping ability? I felt so many things. I felt like I didn't have as much to like deconstruct in that one because it really was just like, here's the information, like here's what actually happened on that day. And to some extent we knew what was going on because we knew that Shiori was replaced by the shadow and that she actually didn't make it that day when she like almost drowned. I think the only real shocking thing is that Ushio and the shadow Ushio knew each other and were like working together in some way, because it means that the shadow Ushio has always been weird, at least as far as we know. Like from the moment of copying Ushio and all the interactions, they've been different in some way, which I'm more curious about. But it makes sense that their memories would have been like corrupted when coming into contact with this other shadow and like messed that up, and they came to later in the water again. That's like why they came to on the beach makes a lot more sense. So it was just more like informative to be like, here are the things. But now we have some other creepy stuff. I have some images of the shadows that are just gonna live in my brain forever. The nightmare fuel in this series is shocking, honestly. But yeah, I feel like a lot of it was just making sure that we actually had the details. We knew like the strangulation marks. It doesn't surprise me that it was the shadow that copied Shiori was the one to attack Ushio underwater. It just makes me so sad that they went through all of that. Ushio literally died to save this little girl, and it just didn't work. I find that so heart-wrenching because she literally did everything that she could with what she had. I thought maybe there would be more of a backstory with her and with the shadows and things like that, but it makes sense that she would have some of that knowledge if she was like literally friends with a shadow. My guess was that there was more going on with her, but I guess not so much. But it still makes me wonder about the whole Shinpei eye thing, because it does look like one of Ushio's eyes, and he keeps seeing her when he like jumps back. So there has to be something, right? There has to be something with her. I don't know. I feel like I didn't have any of my key questions answered, but I am more curious about this whole mechanic of teleporting people into memories, because it wasn't like they were seeing from the shadow's perspective. It was like a full omniscient narrator view, except for like things that nobody saw. So there are limits to it, but I'm still curious. Does that mean that they could go back? Like now that she has her memories, could they go further back and see what it was like as a shadow before copying Ushio makes me curious. I also want to know what they did to Shinpei because something happened. I just don't know what. I don't know. I don't know how to feel after all of that. I'm in my emotions sad. I'm in my emotions scared. I don't know anymore. You can click this playlist to go and see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so next time I post a summertime rendering video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!